what's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Shoppers in Taiwan faced an expensive February this year as the country's consumer price index jumped to over 3%. That's compared to last year's figure. The index, which measures the average price of consumer goods, is up over 1.2% compared to January. Taiwan Statistics Agency says this kind of sharp increase is common around the Lunar New Year, which was celebrated in February this year. A travel ban on Taiwanese tour groups visiting China is set to come back into effect in June, cutting off a major source of income for tour operators on both sides of the strait. Reese Ayers looks at how comments from Taiwan's Transportation Ministry may only add insult to injury.
A tit-for-tat over tourism. The Taiwan Tourism Bureau's COVID-era ban on tour groups visiting China is set to come back into effect in June, having just been lifted on March 1st. Officials cite national security risks as the reason for reinstating the ban and say that Beijing still refuses to allow tour groups to Taiwan. It's a spat that's leaving many tour providers without a major source of income.
台商也可以过去，自由行也可以过去，宗教交流可，这是我旅行社不能涉讨。我旅行社是踩到你观光署什么东西？你观光署是旅行社的大家长，你要带头，而不是说啊你们不行。
In the 3-month window in which groups from Taiwan can visit China, around 100,000 people are scheduled to travel, demonstrating the massive business potential for tour operators. The hit to the industry has been made worse by recent comments from Taiwan's transport minister, who suggests tour operators take a more active role in mending cross-strait relations.
说你们带团到大陆在那玩的时候，也让对方了解到，他们应该是让观光客赶快过来。我想我也请他们要做这个努力。
Taiwan's Travel Agency Association hit back at Wang's comments, saying they shouldn't be roped into Taiwan and China's political posturing.
你现在禁止我们旅游业组团赴大陆，又希望我们旅游业去跟大陆好好聊。我觉得这个问题是我不是官方，我没有受授权，所以我不便去跟大陆讲到有关于政治上面的问题。
Some in the industry think a gesture of goodwill from Taiwan could be an effective way to ease tensions across the strait and repair damage done to tourism industries on both sides.
从以前来看的话，当然都是我们台湾这边先过去，然后一切水到渠成以后，两岸关系觉得感觉不错了以后，然后自然而然它就开放了。我觉得这是要营造一个氛围。
It's not just outbound tourism that's taking a hit. Transport Minister Wang Guotai announced a 12 million visitor target for Taiwan at the beginning of the year. A goal people in the industry say will be difficult to achieve without tourists from China.
观光署是计划1200万人嘛，如果大陆在4年前200万，扣掉200万，要破1000万是不容易的。
Tour operators in Taiwan have threatened to strike if the government doesn't roll back the ban. But until the cross-strait tourism standoff breaks, industries on both sides will need to make do without a major source of revenue. Chris Ma and Reese Ayers for TaiwanPlus.
China's birth rate has fallen for a second consecutive year as millions remain unmarried. Harrell Hughes tells us why one woman in China wants to stay single.
Chai Wan-ro spends her free time as she pleases, browsing bookstores, learning history, ink pressing. In China, she is called a leftover woman. No husband, no kids, and no desire for either.
很多迈入婚姻的人、步入婚姻的人，他们可能牺牲了，尤其是很多女性，她们牺牲了自己在事业上面的发展，她们可能牺牲了自我，但是她们并没有得到一个很好的一个回报，或者是她们没有得到应该有的一个幸福美满的一个生活，这样子的。
Chai is part of a growing group of women who see marriage as an unfair institution. It's a trend around the world as marriage and birth rates fall, and it's become a problem for China's government.
希望广大妇女振奋龙马精神，发挥半边天作用，为推进中国式现代化做出经国贡献。
Chinese leadership has changed the meaning of a woman's role in China, from worker to mother and caregiver.
the government itself defined the term 剩女, or leftover woman, to mean a woman who is 27 years old or older, who's educated and single, basically sending the message to young women in China that they need to hurry up and get married, stop thinking about their careers. Otherwise, if they keep delaying marriage, no man will ever want them.
For Chai and many other women, the pressure is not working. As the birth rate plummets, youth unemployment in China hits record highs. For those who want families, having children is simply not affordable.
我觉得就是这个问题，你说是没有用的，你没有从根本上去解决问题，就还是他的结婚生子的意愿还是会很低，因为根本原因是，人们觉得生活压力很大，没有办法去负担家庭、负担孩子，所以才选择不生孩子。
As the government in China pushes for more families, the trend of remaining single is growing. And Chai and many other women in China will continue living their lives as they please. Alex Chen and Harel Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
4 indigenous Bolivian women have conquered the hardest mountains in the Americas, and now their sights are set even higher. Once again, Harel Hughes reports.
Layered, billowing skirts are rare on the side of a mountain. Before these 4 women, scaling Huayna Potosi, a popular climb outside of Bolivia's capital city, La Paz, conquering the peaks in their traditional pollera skirts is business as usual. They have tackled some of the toughest peaks in South America.
Limani, Sajama, Parinacota, Cotango y Condorire, desde todas las montañas aquí en Bolivia.
Now their eyes are set on the tallest peak of all, Mount Everest.
Quiero ser la mujer de pollera, las primeras mujeres de pollera en llegar a la cima de la cumbre del Everest, porque quiero ir a flamear nuestra pollera y también flamear la bandera boliviana.
The women are part of Bolivia's indigenous Aymara and Quechua communities, referred to as Cholitas. They are easily recognized by their pollera skirts, braided hair, and bowler hats. And up until very recently, were socially ostracized and marginalized in their own country. Swapping their hats for helmets, the women work as mountain guides around La Paz, the highest capital city on the planet, at close to 4,000 meters above sea level. And they are confident in their abilities.
Tenía que cargarme como 28 kilos de Plaza de Mulas hasta la Cólera, todo este trayecto yo tenía que cargarme, ¿no? Entonces yo estaba yendo tranquilo. Entonces yo pienso, ¿no? De mí, por ejemplo, yo no pienso yo voy a cargarme sin oxígeno.
Aside from the climbing challenge, they also hope to connect with the Sherpas around Mount Everest. The Cholitas say they feel a special connection with them.
Yo digo, quisiera encontrarme con los Sherpas y contarnos nuestras historias, nuestras anécdotas que tenemos en la montaña, ¿no? Y siempre digo, wow, cuánto quisiera estar allá, conocer a sus animales, por ejemplo, el chac, y me gustaría cuánto, ¿no? Y también, pues, o sea, que veo que los Sherpas son casi igual que nosotros.
The 4 women are training hard and hoping for financial backing, so they can achieve their dream as the first Cholitas to summit Mount Everest. Joseph Wu and Harel Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching today's What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, take a look at Venus of the Rags, an outdoor installation in Italy made by Italian artist Michelangelo Pistoletto. I'm Ethan Leo, take care, and I'll see you next time.